Hi, Dave Walter here again. Today's subject is how to have a successful appraisal. Whether you're a homeowner working on a refi for your home or you're a real estate agent whose listing has now gone in escrow and the bank has now called out the appraiser to come out and do an appraisal of the property, either way you need to make sure that appraisal comes in at the value you need. Let me show you how to do that. The first item is show up. Whether you're the homeowner or the real estate agent, either way, you need to be there for this appointment. The fact is, who knows a property better, the appraiser or you? Definitely you. You know the improvements to the property, you know the neighborhood. In fact, you know why your home is worth the way it is. So definitely you need to be at this appointment. Next is really important, dress for success. And no, I'm not talking about you, I'm talking about your house. Before that appraiser shows up, you want to give your house that best stage presentation. So, open up the window treatments, turn on the lights, clear everything off. You want to give that appraiser a wow factor when walking in the front door. Your house is all dressed for success, the appraiser has now arrived. What do you do next? Secure your dogs and leave the appraiser alone. The appraiser is going to start by measuring the outside of the property. You want to make sure there's no dogs to distract the appraiser, and the appraiser doesn't want you distracting the appraiser either. So don't walk around talking with the appraiser. Don't follow the appraiser around. The appraisers are going to really appreciate this portion of it. It's hard for them to do their job when you're talking. So leave the appraiser alone. Let them do their job. Now that the appraiser has measured the property and has taken all the necessary photos, the appraiser is now ready to interact with you. Great. If you're the real estate agent, please have a copy of the sales contract along with copies of any counter offers available to give to the appraiser. What's also really helpful if you had multiple offers is provide copies of the other competing offers as well. What this provides for the appraiser is substantiation that this is not the only buyer willing to pay in this price range. Either way, as a real estate agent or homeowner doing a refi, also have available a list of improvements to the home, and if you can give value or cost estimates to the improvements, that's really helpful. This homeowner's done a great job in itemizing all the improvements done and giving values to each one. This is really helpful for this appraiser in trying to give value of why this home is selling for so much more than the average home in the neighborhood. The appraiser's job is a really difficult one. They got to come up with the value of property, and now they got to prove it in a very detailed report that's subject to critical review by another professional. We can help them with this. As real estate agents, we have access to the multiple listing service and all the comparable data. As a homeowner doing a refi, reach out to your favorite real estate agent and get a hold of this data. Start with the neighborhood. Your surrounding neighborhood will probably have a few good sales that you can work off of. Now have that information available, but also have good comparable data of why that home sold for the price it did and why your home may have sold for more money. You want that information, and saying that that seller was just desperate doesn't help. You need more factual data than that. Next, reach beyond your neighborhood. Appraisers like to stay within a 1 mile radius, and they want to stay within about 6 months of a closed sale. So have good comparable data of other properties in other communities. Can't tell you the number of times I've had appraisers tell me, wow, that's a great comp. I didn't have that one. I can use that one. Appraisers love this information. The appraisers like you to ask you questions about the improvements you've done to your property, like, how much do you think you spent on improvements? Have a figure in mind about the total value or the total cost you spent on all the improvements you've done to your home. Have that number ready. It will never be tested, so you don't have to prove it, but do have that number ready. Secondly, there's a 5-year rule when it comes to improvements to the appraisal process. In other words, improvements done in the last 5 years get top shelf to add value to your appraisal. For example, you've done a kitchen remodel, master bathroom remodel in the last 5 years, you get the highest added value to the appraisal report. So when the appraiser asks, have that information ready. The last piece of advice is when the appraiser shows up, try to relax. Do everything I shared with you, and most likely you're going to succeed at the price you need. I hope you found this helpful. When you think of real estate, please think of me, Dave Walter. And when you think of me, please think of my phone number, 494-DAVE. Thank you for watching.